Hi everyone, this is Arjuna, aka Professional High Priestess. Let me get some light up in here. Arjuna said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So, I have another message, y'all. This has actually been coming to me for a few days, and it was confirmed with the Gemini reading that I reposted. That was for this month. I reposted it on my wall, and I really think that you guys should watch it, despite if you have Gemini placements or not. If the people that you're dealing with have Gemini placements, because every single card that came out in that reading was the same exact cards that came out in the full moon in Aquarius. In regards to these karmics, didn't want no smoke with that moon. And a lot of people were playing with that full moon in Aquarius, and they brought the Five of Swords and the death and blockages and karma to themselves with playing with that moon, and it showed up in that reading. But my guides are telling me that these karmics, they want to defeat you at all costs because they're psychotic and delusional. And you guys have to realize some of these karmics, like, they're so low vibing and they hate themselves so much. They've surrounded their entire personality and persona around trying to defeat you and bring you down, and it's not working. So some of these karmics are going to high level black magic, tying themselves to straight demons, getting involved with dark shamans and dark magicians and shit like that to try to defeat you, and it's backfiring onto them as we speak. But let's go ahead and we'll tap into this, okay? Tomorrow, yeah, because the tables have turned with the Wheel of Fortune. Also, too, it's your birth chart here. These karmics don't realize that you cannot be defeated, especially if you have a certain number of grand trines in your chart, or if you have planets like aspecting Pluto or Saturn. It makes you somebody who's very stable when it comes to dealing with chaotic influences, and really grounded when it comes to dealing with instability and unstable people. These individuals are going to keep on testing, and they're just going to keep on getting the ricochet back. That's what I'm picking up right now. Okay, my guide said use the Egyptian tarot. Okay. So, dear bright and loving ancestors, I got the Ace of Swords as I crack open the deck. Yeah, clarity and truth here about what they're doing. Some of these people, I'm telling you, they don't realize also they can't pay the Pied Piper. They can't pay what they wrote a check that their ass can't cash. You know, a lot of these people, they practice very low vibrational behaviors, different type of addictions. They play with different type of witchcraft. They have hella karma in their energy field from past lives in this lifetime. You know, they've tied themselves into certain bloodline with their children or whatnot, and it weakened them, you know. So now they're trying to fight you and attack you, and they're finding it hard to do so because all those aforementioned behaviors that they got themselves involved in set them up for failure in the now, you know. So it's like they're trying to do A, B, C, and D and attack you and things like that, and it's not working. They're failing. Some of these people don't realize that attacking you is the trap. The Most High wants them to keep doing that, because no, let them keep on hitting the till, because by the time they know it, they're going to be trapped in a situation that they cannot get out of energetically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. They're breaking the bank spiritually as well as even materially, trying to attack you. Some of these karmics are going to be out homeless. They can't even pay their bills because they've been paying for black magic. Imagine that. What messages do you have, please? They're tying themselves to demons to defeat us. What messages do you have? They're tying themselves to demons and dark entities to defeat us. Some of these karmics are literally going to do different type of rituals where they have to spill their own blood and tie themselves to demons to try to attack you or get more money to attack you, and it's not working. What messages do you have? They're going to higher level demons, higher level forces to try to defeat divine beings. It says the Seven of Wands. Exactly. Divine protection. They're blocked. They can't do anything to you. And you know, we just had Mars and Leo energy, but this is also the Lionsgate portal too. This is not the right time to be doing any of that, you know, because a lot of the Syrian angels and the ancestors that were from the Syrian bloodline, they're activated in our energy fields right now. So it's like at the time that they're going to tap into like some of the lowest vibrational demonic forces on the planet. And when I say high level, I don't mean that, oh, like these demons are powerful, or that it's like, what I mean is like they're very low vibrational, satanic, all that, but they work with a very volatile force. They're very karmic in nature, if that makes some sense, right? It's like, let me see. I'm trying to find an example to help you guys understand this. It's like, these demons and these energies that they're trying to tap into, they're like older energies. Not too many people work with them or play with them. They're going into those higher level forces, but they're very, very low vibrational. And they bring very low carnal things. Like they have to even sacrifice humans. Like these type of entities that they're working with, they don't just take animal sacrifice. They take humans. They take children. They take future children. Some of these karmics don't realize what they're paying, what they're doing, tying to these demons. They don't understand when they make those pacts, some of the things that they have to lose in the long run. It's like in that movie, American Horror Story. Not the movie, the TV show. Remember when Vivica Fox, aka Marie Laveau, she wanted to go ask Baba Legba to, I want to be the most powerful witch in Louisiana. And he said, okay, and he gave her powers. And then one night he came and Baba Legba was like, okay, well, give me your son because I gave you your powers. And she wasn't ready. See, there's certain things that you have to give up, and these karmics are now they're not understanding that, but they're going to understand very soon. They're blocked. They can't do anything to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Magician, exactly. Yeah. Some of these people I'm telling you, they're paying with their health, but they can't even, because they can't carry the charge of the demon that they carry down because they're already unhealthy. They practice all types of addictions. Their body was already deteriorating, and they went to go call on a higher force that's just disintegrating them. Some of these people, I'm telling you, they don't understand that they're under a suicide spell. Remember, I talked about this in the Mayan tradition. There's a certain energy that you have to invoke when you want to go be volatile and low vibrational like that, because you have to be lucid enough to do so. And it's a suicide spirit. It's an energy that makes you crazy enough to go do those type of things. They don't understand that though. They're trying to defeat you at all costs. They don't understand that they're conjuring the energy of suicide. That's what's happening here. Some of these karmics, some of the things that they're tapping into, they're activating past life karmic energies, but they're also having a whole bunch of schizophrenia and psychosis, past life, because the energy that they're activating, it's creating like Kundalini syndrome or Jerusalem syndrome too. It's a type of Kundalini syndrome or Jerusalem syndrome. Now, Kundalini syndrome is when you blow open all your chakras at once, and it's like a type of schizophrenia. We need to actually do a lot more work in terms of separating these terms, you see, because what people really call schizophrenia is really sometimes entity possession and Kundalini syndrome, all right? Sometimes what people call psychosis is also too being hijacked. So there's a whole lot more work that we need to do in the field of mental health, because even that's where it actually started. If you read some of the old, the first like physicians and psychologists, they really focused more on the spiritual end versus more of like the psychological and material world end. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So there needs to be more work in terms of really classifying this so we can clear stuff up. Now, because some of these people, they don't need medication. They need an exorcism bath or some shit like that. Now, another thing here too, Jerusalem syndrome. Jerusalem syndrome is like when people would go to like the Holy Land and they will start shivering and shaking and convulsing because they feel the Holy Spirit coming upon them. Some of these karmics, they're activating some of that stuff because they're the ancestors that they're calling on and that they're activating in their DNA by trying to tap into some of these things. These karmics don't have keys to the streets. They really don't. You got the hermit right here. Exactly. They're activating low vibration. Look at Hangman. Yeah. Hangman. Exactly. They're putting themselves into altered states of consciousness through ritual and sacrifice and things like that to get power and feel powerful and do shit like that. Queen of Wands, karmics. Misuse and abuse of spiritual energy. Some of these karmics are even going around doing sex rituals on people without their knowing. Some of them are going around tying themselves to entities for vanity and money and shit like that to try to outdo you and things like that. Tying themselves into rituals to try to outdo you and get money and things like that, to be in competition and shit like that, destroying themselves. Some of these karmics are tying to war entities that are very, very old, that are very volatile on this planet, that are causing more problems than they can understand, just so they can be in competition with you, so they can try to defeat you. And it's bringing war to their front door, bringing karma to their front door, bringing chaos to their family and their children. Clarify the Hermit. You got the Death card. I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm telling you, look, and you got the Five of Wands. I told you. These karmics are going to end up getting themselves killed or getting themselves wrapped up with like some real crazy ass type of like war entities or conflict trying to defeat you. And it's all because they're trolls and they're petty as fuck. So congratulations, divine beings. You got bitches breaking the bank, breaking their Cashapp records, selling their future children, destroying their current children, destroying their careers, their reputations, and everything just to try to defeat you. You are that bitch, or you are that NIGGA. There you go. Yeah, this is serious. And with the hermit energy here, a hermit is also an initiate. They're tying themselves into secret societies and promising to, I will bring death on this person, or I'll sacrifice this, I'll sacrifice that, and they can't. A lot of you guys don't even know that some of these karmics, as a part of their initiation, was to sacrifice you, to try to sacrifice you. And they're just going around picking people that they don't even know their bloodline. They don't know anything. They just create some fucked up shit in their mind and be like, okay, well, this person doesn't seem like they're strong. They seem like this or this or that. I can sacrifice them. I'm telling you, people are really fucking stupid. I told you guys about the story. You saw that female, that dirty ass female that tried to sacrifice me. Look how that shit backfired. 2 people died. And a whole bunch of bullshit got created because she was trying to sacrifice me to get tied to some satanic like cult or something for power and whatnot. Man, I'm telling you, some people don't realize though that when they tap into some of those things, they don't realize though that their ancestry, their bloodline has been banished permanently. Like they're tied to something blocking them from being able to access like higher level spiritual knowledge and gifts and powers. That's why they have to operate in a low vibrational zone. And they're doing the same exact thing. And it's just like the Most High's like, you didn't learn from the past life. Look at Anubis here with the Akashic records, with people's hearts. Some of these karmas, they don't realize that like Anubis is here now. They're not waiting for you to go to the underworld. They're weighing and judging you now because the energy is so volatile. Like it's gotten so low. It's like they're activating something. They're triggering something. They're like, you're not in the underworld yet. You see, that's the duat right there. And Anubis is standing here, banishing people to the duat who are of a low vibration when they were alive. They're like, you're still alive on this planet, but you're conjuring the underworld. You're trying to bring people down into the duat. That's not your job. That's my job. It's 444 people in the chat as I say that. That's my job. So since you want the honor, or you want the title, or you want that power of bringing people to the underworld, of tying people to certain entities and demons, of sacrificing certain bloodlines and shit like that, this is what we're gonna bring. Some of these karmics, I'm telling you right now, your ancestors are on their ass. Some of these karmics do not know that your ancestors are on their motherfucking ass. Cool, heavy. I told you, some of you guys, your ancestors were Masons, they're Syrians. They fought the good fight. They're real Israelites, or real Kemetans. Dynasties fell into bullshit and fuckery with black magic. You guys remember that story of Neferkapata? Remember we talked about that story time, Neferkapata, and he wanted, some man came to him, some old man, and he was like, I'll tell you where the most powerful magic is for 60 shekels. And he was like, okay, paid him. And then he told him about the Book of the Dead, or this book of it was Thoth's book. He told him about the book. I can't remember the name right now, but he told him about this powerful magical book. It's in the middle of this river. You have to part the river, and then you have to go down. There's going to be great snakes and great beasts that you have to battle. But it's going to be a book that's inside of a box within a box within a box within a box, right? And Neferkapata's like, okay, I'll do it. Remember what happened when he took that book out of that water? What happened? His whole family died. But think about this. Neferkapata was already what? He was already an initiate with the hermit energy here. Some of these karmics, had they got involved in that, they would have gotten the keys to the streets had they kept on doing their clearing work and their healing work. The ancestors were like, you know what? Maybe we can give this person a chance to kind of clear out their debt and their karma by doing the work, being a bodhisattva, helping people who are in a low vibrational state, maybe helping out in the community or doing this or that, they can try to offset their karmic debt by doing that. But they just restarted the cycle. That's why the Wheel of Fortune came out. Because Neferkapata was already going to get the keys to the streets. He was already in the Hall of Amenti. He was already an initiate. But remember, what was the trap? The man came to him and was like, hey, if you pay me, I'll tell you. If you are a high priest, that's why you got the hermit here, why the fuck would you pay like a homeless man, this man to give you the information when you were already going to get it? That's how Neferkapata fell, because he was power hungry. He wanted to jump corners and cut corners. That's what these karmics are doing. They want to cut corners, but they don't want to do the work. He was going to get that knowledge or that information anyways. And look how he died. He took the book with him. He's like, you know what? This is going to cause too much destruction. I'm going to die with the book. You see? Some of these karmics are regretting it. Some of them are regretting it now, what they tied into. Clarify the 7 of Wands, please. These karmics are tying themselves to demons to try to defeat you. You're spiritually protected. 7 of Wands is divine protection. They can't do anything to you. You went from the 5 of Wands to the 7 of Wands, but the 6 is missing. They're not getting no victory here with the 6 of Wands. You're the victor. And the ancestors are defending your position right here. What's the 7 of Wands? It says a fight breaks out. I'm telling you, in the spiritual realm. Look at no more control. I'm telling you right now. Some of these karmics have started a whole war in the spiritual realm with your ancestors and your bloodline because of the bullshit that they did. Their ancestors are not even fucking with them, and they can feel it because of the stuff that they're doing, the problems that they're causing, and the shit they try to do to you. I'm telling you, these karmics, they attack you because they know your power. They're power hungry, and they're narcissistic and delusional. That's why they're getting initiated into bullshit. Clarify the hangman. Some of these karmics will never admit that they're foul or that they failed. Some of them, I'm going to tell you, you're going to start to see some of these karmics that were attacking you. They're going to stop and they're going to disappear because they've already gotten notice in the spiritual realm, or something has backfired and they haven't even told anybody. Something has backfired, but they haven't even told anybody. Something has happened already. Maybe one of their secret practitioners has died or been deported or gone to jail, or something has happened here, but they're not telling anybody because they don't want to freak people out. But something has already happened. I'm already picking it up. Clarify the hangman, but they won't say anything. They're just going to go, oh, we'll find another practitioner. I'm telling you. Clarify the hangman. What's the hangman here? It says, I see right through you. Ooh, man, I'm telling you, this is also too, some of these karmics are coming to like ceremonies and sweat lodges, and they're being asked to leave. They're being asked to leave once they get there with the hangman, because people are seeing the unstable energy that they're bringing into the circle. People can smell the demonic force. I'm telling you, some of these karmics, whatever they conjured up, there's other people, there's other light workers, right? There's other people who are intuitive. They can smell the demon. They know what these karmics are bringing with them, or they've heard about these karmics and what they play with. They don't want any parts. They're like, don't bring that person here. Don't invite them to ceremony. They're being told flat out, you can't come to sweat anymore. You've been banished. Ixchel has banished you. Ooh. And it's because they were doing anything at all costs to try to defeat you. Tying into bullshit and fuckery. Causing bullshit and fuckery. And it says, I overestimated myself. Wow, really? Now they're starting to learn. I'm telling you. Some of these karmics, it's not going to dawn on them until they're in their deathbed. And for some of them, they're already there. They're ill. They're deathly sick. They think it's corona. I'm going to tell you right now, some of these karmics are going to lie and say, oh, I have coronavirus. And they're going to end up dying. Nah, that's not coronavirus. Black magic backfired. But don't worry, we know the truth. I'm telling you. For some of you guys who've gotten corona, or you may be sick right now and you're not playing with any dark magic, don't worry about that. You're going to get better. I had coronavirus in November of 2019. And I thought it was a spiritual attack. And now I'm like immune to that shit. Like it doesn't bother me. It's like the ancestors kind of had to put us through that to like develop antibodies. And I was even, side note, I was reading an article and they were saying that deer in the wild, they have antibodies for coronavirus. Damn, even the deer. And the deer that was looking in the picture and was like, don't come over here with that virus. Don't come in here with that vaccine. The deer was like, don't come with that vaccine. You want to know something though? I'm going to just be quiet about that. Yeah, some of these karmics they lower their vibration when they get tied to these different entities or demons. And it's making them more susceptible to karmic energies, to tower moments, to sickness and illness, and to the plague that's happening on this planet right now. Some of these karmics are even getting STDs that they thought that they were going to be protected from. I thought I used the rubber. We thought you did too. They're activating low vibrational energy in their bloodline. Some of these karmics, I'm going to tell you right now, because a lot of these different viruses and things like that, they're man-made, right? It depends on the vibration of your DNA and things like that. That's why you see Dr. Sebi, he had a whole court case where he was healing people of HIV/AIDS. You guys saw that Dr. Sebi documentary. It was on the news. That's one of the reasons why they killed him. He was actually really healing people from HIV, herpes, things like that. These are just viruses that attack your DNA when your DNA is so low vibrational. Now, some of these karmics, they're going out and doing their sucking fuck, their Pluto pussy or crunch bar cock fuckery, and they're getting all kinds of diseases because they lowered their own vibration trying to attack you. They lowered the energy of their DNA and they made themselves susceptible to this fuckery. Some of them already had it in their DNA. It was latent, and the ancestors were just waiting for them to play with a certain spell or some shit like that to activate some shit in their bloodline. I'm telling you right now, some of you guys are like, Daisy, I have HIV, or I have certain type of genetic abnormalities. Heal your DNA. Heal your DNA. And it won't be a problem. Period. Because where does the disease live? In your DNA. So if you heal your DNA, then what? Come on. Some of these karmics are blocked from that, though. It's not going to happen for them. That's their curse. 10 of Swords for playing with you. Or playing with these karmics. Not crunch bar cock. Yes, I said that. What's the Magician? Oh, clarify the Magician. Some of these karmics are going overseas to go get holes cut up in their head to tie themselves to certain demons or whatever. Some of these karmics think that they're getting initiated in Ife or whatever. They're tying themselves to satanic forces. That's not Ife. Because the priest that's tying them in is tied to a satanic force. They're calling it Ife in the front. Some of these karmics don't even know that. They went to go get initiated or something for spiritual power. It's really a satanic force. They're lying and saying it's Ife at the very front or it's Baha'i or whatever the fuck in the front. Or one of my subbies were telling me something about Kalima Puja. It's like some type of cult in the different parts of like Guyana and the Afro Latino areas in the world. Some of the people, they think they're tying themselves to all those things. They're tying themselves to satanic force. The person that's initiating them, the hermetists, they know what they're tying themselves into. They know what they're tying these people to. But the people that are getting initiated, they don't know what they're being tied to. They think it's Ife or it's Kalima or they're getting tied to something else, but it's really satanic forces. They don't even know that. Ooh, they're being sold. But that's what they get though for trying to tie into something to have power to work against you. They're getting their soul sold unbeknownst to them. Some of these karmics don't even know that. Some of these people that are running with these karmics, oh, help me with this spell work. This person is doing this to me. This person doing that to me. They don't know by going to help those people. They're tying themselves false oaths. We talked about this last week. They're making false initiations, false oaths. They don't even know what they're tying themselves to by helping those karmics or tying with those karmics. But they're going to learn real soon. What's the Magician here? Ooh. You got Jezebel. I'm telling you, some of these karmics are going around sleeping with some of these men, stealing their spiritual power. Some of these karmics are even sacrificing some of these men because they're that desperate. And they're not afraid of what the demon is going to do to them when they don't pay the piper. Some of these karmics, I'm telling you, they're trying so hard to sacrifice you. You have no idea. They're dying inside, and they're deathly afraid every single day because this demon that they're trying to sacrifice you to, the demon itself is rejecting you. We can't sacrifice them. No, we can't take them. It's not possible. They're shielded. With the Seven of Wands here, they're shielded. Their ancestors won't allow it. You have to find somebody else or we have to abort mission. But these karmics, they won't because they have to defeat you at all costs. So they're going to go try to get another magician or another black magician or another shaman or whatever the fuck or another Satanist to try to do it. And it's not going to work. They're selling their children. Some of these karmics don't know, every time they go to cast a spell, they're selling their children. They're selling their children's future. They're selling other family members. They're destroying themselves. They're building up whatever time and spiritual jail that they have already. Man, this is crazy. Whoo. This is crazy. Clarify the Magician. Sexual chemistry. Yeah, sexual chemistry for sure, for sure. And then you got Scorpio right here. I'm telling you, some of these karmics, they've tied some of your masculines. That's why the Most High doesn't want you to deal with them because the karmic has sacrificed them already to whatever entity or demon. For those of you who your masculine may be spiritual or the karmic might play with rituals or sacrifice or whatever the fuck. These karmics, they're smarter than they're not smart. They're more calculating and karmic than you think that they are. They've already sold this masculine. Some of them have already sold the masculine's children. He doesn't care. I can sacrifice his future to the demon. I'm telling you right now. Wow. This is fucking crazy, bruh. These bitches have no respect. But they're going to learn. But that's why I said super messy. But you want to know something, though? Because this is what we're talking about with this Kundalini syndrome. They're psychotic. That's what they don't understand what they're doing. They're just because it's the demon that's running them with the hermetist. There's an entity in their field. There's a time lord in their energy field. Go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that. And if they think it's them, they think they're smart, but really what they're doing is they're building out a spiritual debt that's going to create a tower. Oh God, man. This is all bad. Some of these karmics have tried to do fertility spells on you. That's why it says hard drugs. Some of these bitches are really on powder or coke or meth or something like that when they're doing all this fucking. Some of you guys are like, well, Daisy, I have an addiction that I'm trying to deal with, and that makes me feel some type of way. I'm not talking about you. I understand that you have an addiction that you're trying to deal with, and you acknowledge that you have a problem and you're still healing that. But this thing is These karmics are tying themselves to these rituals and these demons, and they like addictions. They like people that play with hard drugs. They like that shit because it amplifies more of that lucid energy, that suicide spirit, to get them to do more stupid shit that's going to bring them power, to get them to be more volatile in that Knight of Wands energy. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, some of these masculines are going to find out though, or some of these, this can be even too, some of these, for the same sex, some of these men or other women are going to find out that these karmics are gathering people around them to take off their karma. They're doing like real crazy black magician shit. This can also be in the queer community for a same-sex couple, female and female. There's a bitch here that's collecting other women to take on their karma, to do spell work and get tied to them and stuff like that, because they got real karma coming either with jail or with death for what they've been doing and how they've been playing with people's energy, and they're getting women surrounded by them. Oh yeah, I love you, or da 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 da. Oh, can you do the spell for me, or da 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 da, or they're just implanting the karma onto them. I'm telling you, some of these also too. What I was going to talk about with some of these you say cocaine is a hell of a drug. I'm telling you, some of these karmics that what I said with the sex energy, they're just going out sleeping with random people. These people don't even know that these karmics are then binding them in the spiritual realm, putting them in dungeons with sex demons. Remember I told you guys about the dream that I had, and I was screaming, we're all virgins, and they let us go outside, and then we all ran away. Some of these karmics some of these people don't even know. They're like, oh, this is just a quick fuck. These bitches are on Tinder, they're on Bumble, they're on Plenty of Fish, they're on all these different sites trying to find people to fuck on and stuff like that, to fuck on and suck on, to implant demons on as a part of the ritual and the satanic forces that they tie themselves to. I'm telling you, these people are really man. This shit is crazy. This is also what I've been talking about with some of these, with the hermit energy, some of these prophets and prophetesses that got on here talking about God, and he's going to save you. They're not talking about God. They're talking about the satanic force that they tied themselves to. They're just using God as a name, but they know what they're talking about. That's just the acronym. They're talking about Yadabil, or they're talking about Moloch. They're talking about Shaitan himself, or Isis. Whatever demon they tie themselves to, that's what they're really talking about, is God or Jesus or our Father. That's what they're really talking about. They're not talking about God. They're not talking about Yeshua. They're not talking about any of the higher level goddesses or symbols or anything like that that can really help you, or ascended masters or angels. They're talking about satanic forces. They're tying into those for gifts, and then you go into their congregation and shit like that, and then you wonder why things are not getting back for you, not getting better for you. Then they say, let me lay hands on you. Why the fuck would you be laying hands on me after you tied yourself to satanic force? I don't need you to lay hands on me. I'll learn Reiki myself. That's real laying of hands. They're laying hands on you to transfer over the demons so you can get, unbeknownst to you, you're getting tied up into that ritual that they're running. Man, y'all better be careful with these karmics. Y'all better be careful. Anybody that's not teaching you the keys to the streets, don't listen to that person. They know what they're doing. That's how they be getting their gift of prophecy and shit like that. They're not prophesizing anything. They're tying themselves to demons for powers and shit like that. Especially the ones that you see that overconsume, or why they're always living lives of luxury and shit like that. They're tying themselves to demons. Clarify the Queen of Wands. They're tying themselves to demons to defeat us. You says past life enemy. Yeah, some of these hoes are coming from a past life, and it says I'm only with you for sex. I'm telling you, some of these karmics, some of these masculines or feminines are going to find out that these karmics are only attached or with them so they can use them for sex magic, to power up their spells or some shit like that. Ooh, foreign country. Yeah. Some of these hoes are even going to foreign countries, or some of these men are even going to foreign countries to find unsuspecting women or things like that to bed for magical purposes. And I told you, with the travel in the foreign countries, some of these karmics are going to other countries to go find practitioners and shit like that, because the ones that they're working with are dying. With the hangman, they can see right through them. Some of these people are saying no because they, fortunately for them, they have some type of covering or favor, so they don't fall into this trap with these karmics. Wow, bruh. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Whoo! These karmics can't pay the piper. They're using your masculine's energy, or that some of these karmics, some of these masculines, they're wondering why they can't stop fucking. I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like to fuck. I got a fucking problem. Some of these masculines don't know why they just can't stop busting nuts. Why they're always horny. Why they're always chasing after women. Because they're tied. This karmic tied into some type of Jezebel spirit, some type of principality to power her rituals and power her spells and shit like that. So as a part of this masculine does not know that he's being used as a puppet to go gather other women and gather their jewels and bring it back to the karmic. Ooh-wee. That's why you see some of these masculines, they're like, the karmic is hella ugly. Why is he with that bitch? She's not shit. Because she sacrificed him. He's being used to feed the demon. Because he attracts hella women. Some of these masculines don't even know that. Oh, God. That's why you see some of these masculines, they go back and forth with the karmic. In between, when they're done with the karmic, they're sleeping with a whole bunch of women and they're bringing the energy back to the main karmic. Some of these bitches they think that they're part of a harem, or they think, oh yeah, Daddy Warbucks, and yeah, I'm the only one, or he does this and this and that. He's using these hoes because he's tied to a principality because a karmic fed him blood or some shit like that. And he's using all those women to help the karmic power up her bullshit. I'm telling you, bruh, this stuff is crazy. This stuff is crazy. And I know that there's a lot of readers that come on my channel and they be putting their stuff in your, they're putting taking this content and trying to put it in their messages to sound intuitive or spiritual. Stop doing that, because you don't know how to help people with this actual shit that's going on. Stop doing that. You look stupid. And you can't actually authentically help people, and you're just using it for fanfare and to get likes and subscribe. Stop doing that. People actually are going through real shit like this, and they need help getting this stuff off of them. Stop doing that shit. For those of you who are tied to a masculine and you're dealing with a masculine, you feel like, I just can't stay away, and why do I still love him? It's because he has an entity on him that wants your energy, that's trying to pull you back. Stay the fuck away. Stay away. Back. And then, because I see it, and people are just, oh wow, they don't even know what they're doing or what they're talking about, or they're just creating fanfare, or they don't even have the keys to the streets to really explain what the fuck is going on, or how it happens in the astral plane, or how to protect yourself. Stop doing that. You're cursing people. You're just keeping them on a revolving cycle because you don't know. You don't got keys to the streets. You heard from somebody else. You thought it was cool. Wow. Yeah, spreading their mental illness. That shit is real. Clarify the Hermit. What's the Hermit? I'm telling you, some of these karmics with the death card ending, man, that's how the answer. I'm telling you, the scales are too heavy. The scales are way too heavy. What's the Hermit energy? These karmics have played too much. They've crossed so many lines. They've crossed so many lines in the spiritual realm. And it says cloud chasing backfired. Yeah. And it says I look stupid. Yep. I'm telling you, some of these people that want to go get initiated with these ritualists and these covens, they're going to find out that they're going to be on the table soon. They're going to find out that they're going to be on the menu. If you don't feed your wolves, they'll put you on the menu. Something I am picking up here too. Some of these karmics, they want to go get initiated or pay to go have demons tied to them or something like that. They owe hella money, or they lost hella money, or the initiation didn't even go through. Ooh, damn. Some of these karmics were trying to haze you as a part of the initiation. They were trying to pull your energy from your 12-strand DNA. Because that's how they do this whole adendochrome fuckery when they go traumatize those kids for the sex rituals. They have to traumatize them, and then it releases a certain chemical that they then try to use for the adendochrome, 12-strand DNA. Some of these karmics are trying to do that shit to you, and they don't even realize that they're poisoning themselves. As they're doing it, whatever energy harvesting or hazing ritual or whatever sacrifice to try to steal your energy or whatever the fuck that they're doing out here to different people, they don't realize that they're poisoning themselves. Some of you guys don't realize that your energy is coded, or because you've done the how to poison a thief. You've done the meditations. You've coded yourself in the 5D. They really think that shit is a joke. You've coded yourself in the 5D. Your ancestors coded you. 777 people, as I say this. This shit is backfiring on them and it's killing them. That's what I'm saying. These karmics are going to start telling people, oh, I have coronavirus. Nah, with the death card here, you're playing with rituals. That's why they're going to die or get sick or lose everything. They've been trying to sacrifice the wrong people. I'm telling you, these people are real sociopaths. They want power at all costs, but these are past life ancestors that they activated. They can't do anything to you. They're blocked. Some of you guys have family members that try to sacrifice you or take your energy. They were told fucked up things like, oh, yeah, well, your sibling, your older or younger sibling, they stole your birthright by being born, some stupid ass shit like that, and they've been going to try to sacrifice you and things like that for your spiritual gifts that they don't have because they don't want to do the work or they want to be involved in bullshit. And that's why they're dying now. Some of you guys don't even know that some of that shit happened. Or some of you guys have an inkling, but you're like, whatever. Break that shit, cut that cord, clear that stuff out. I showed you guys, we did the tutorial on Patreon. It really isn't that serious. Do as much Reiki as you can on yourself. Start invoking those energies. Some of these siblings, I'm going to tell you, you're going to see a brother or a sister that was doing that shit die. Some of these practitioners with the hermit energy that have been going around telling people stupid ass shit or just lying out of their ass, causing problems. They don't even know what they're talking about spiritually. They're going to start being hemmed up and caught up. Ooh. What's the death card? Special forces at work. Yeah, they're doing way too much. Like Nefer Kapata, you should never open that damn book. It says using glamour spells. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, because they already know. It says I exaggerate because I have low self-esteem. Yeah, they literally are exaggerating by going to go tie themselves to the blood magic right here. Yep. Some of these karmics by going the extra mile, by lying to the practitioner. Some of these karmics have started using spell work on practitioners because of themselves, glamour spells, fuck with me only, or special favor or whatever, because these practitioners are like, nah, I'm going to stop working for you. So they're trying to pull people back because they have no other option. Some of these karmics are using spell work on their coven or on the ritualist that they're trying to work with and stuff like that, because they're going to be the sacrifice now, and they know it. Because the spiritual debt is too high. I'm telling you, playing with divine people, especially if your ancestors come from a certain bloodline, or you're like, we talked about this like spiritual celebrity type of energy, or basically like your ancestors are high vibrational in the spiritual realm, or you got a lot of ascended masters that really fuck with you, or you have a strong, powerful mission on this planet, and these karmics are playing with you. I'm going to tell you right now, some of these karmics, like the magicians that they're going to, or the shamans, or the ritualists that they're going to, they know that they play with something very, very sacred, and that they're caught up, that they're in trouble. And in order for them to not lose their own children or lose their own power or be sacrificed themselves by whatever demon they tie to, they're going to start sacrificing these karmics. No, you're going to be the one to be sacrificed. I'm going to tell you, you're going to start to see karmics either flat out disappear or turn up dead. I'm telling you the honest to God truth with the blood magic right here. I'm sorry to say that, but that's exactly what I'm picking up on here. You're going to see them pass away or disappear or some shit happen or walk around water-headed, sitting on the corner, mumbling to themselves or something like that, because they're playing with somebody. And they knew it though that's why they had to go hire people. They knew it though when they got into that they weren't going to be able to take you out alone or do what they weren't going to be successful unless they hired somebody of higher level or that knew about more dark magic or some shit like that. That's why they did that in the first place. Now they're learning their lesson. Now the magician, the hermitist or something like that, with the I look stupid, they're like, you know what? They're not talking to these karmics. They're not even answering them or nothing like that. They're already plotting and planning in the background to gather these karmics and get them together, because they created so much of a spiritual debt. Even the devil, the demon that they're working with, is like, we can't fuck with them. Soulbake is protecting them. Anubis is protecting them. You got Lord of the Underworld protecting you. That's why Anubis is out here. To go play with demons from the underworld. I'm over all that shit, Anubis says. Even Krishna says that these demons are subservient to me. So if you fuck with me, you're under my foot. I got you. These karmics don't realize what they play with because they're stupid. They're psychotic. They just jump into shit just to jump into shit. That's why it says cloud chasing backfired and I look stupid. Man, baby. I'm telling you, some people, what they're playing with in the spiritual realm, man. It will behoove you to get keys to the streets. Certain bloodlines you just don't want to play with. Certain people you just don't want to play with. But you see, we're a trap, because people equate our kindness and our ability to just walk away from conflict as like a form of weakness or stupidity. No, bitch, I already know my ancestors are going to tag that ass. Even some of your siblings that play with you, they're like, no, they're not, or please, or some shit like that. Only for them to end up dead, or end up hella sick, or end up in some fucked up situation by playing with your energy. This can't even be some of your parents. We talk about these karmic ass mothers that play with black magic. These hoes are dying right now. Because in their mind, well, I brought them into this world, I could take them out. But you got your your grandmother, your grandfather, your great-greats that are fucking with you though. No, we didn't. We didn't ask you to do that. We asked you to bring this child into this world because they were going to do something great. Not for you to bring this child into this world so you can traumatize them, steal their energy, tamper with them spiritually, and cause problems. I'm telling you, some of these mothers, some of these parents, and these family members playing with magic, they're going to learn really soon when they get removed from the bloodline. And they're going to feel it. There's something's going to be missing, and they're not going to be able to put their finger on it. They're going to feel it. I'm telling you now. Ancestor, past, I'm telling you. What messages do you have? They're tying themselves to demons to try to defeat us. You got rabbit challenge. I'm telling you, they're going to have a hard fucking time because you're initiated into the halls of Amenti. You're initiated with the highest ancestors and the highest ascended masters, Mother and Father God. You're protected. The Song of 144,000. You're protected by all that shit. You're protected by some of the strongest keys on this planet. You guys don't even know it though. But you're going to get there. You're going to keep studying and you're going to keep on finding this knowledge and information that's going to keep on telling you who you are and showing you your powers and things like that. These karmics don't realize that. They're stupid. That's why they're not getting keys to the streets though, because their ancestors did this shit in a past lifetime, causing problems, trying to sacrifice people, power hungry, messy, low vibing. And that's why they're getting what they're getting now. Oh, God. What messages do you have? Ooh, we did a whole sermon. You got fear. I'm telling you, these bitches got you. They got the fear of God on them right now, guys. Or your ancestors. Didn't I tell you that some of these ancestors are on these karmics' ass? And they can't stand it. They calling on a legion of demons, but the ancestors, they got a legion of ascended masters and angels. Because, angels are volatile. That's why they carry weapons. They're not nice. They're destroying these karmics. That's why they're afraid. Because Jama, and they feel something coming. They know something's coming from what they played with. They know that these demons that they tied to can't protect them anymore. They know that. And some of these karmics that talk about God and play with these demons, there's going to be hell to pay for that shit. This is something serious is going to happen with that. God is like, you went to go tie into what? To go work on somebody that was actually divine, that was one of my actual warriors. And you went and you're calling on me, claiming you're claiming that you're a child of Zion, that you're a child of God, a child on the side of Babylon trying to front like he's down with Mount Zion. What's going on? These karmics are going to learn something really soon. They're going to see something right before their very eyes that they never thought that they were going to see. I'm telling you, the hand of God is going to come in and strike some karmic that are playing with this shit. And God is going to be the one to ordain it. You're claiming that you are of me. You're claiming that I work with you. You're claiming that you support me. But look what you did to one of my children. Look what you tried to do. Look what you're playing with on the other end. You're doing blasphemy. Don't play blasphemy. Don't keep my name out your mouth. The Most High said, lose my number. Period. Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, what messages do you have about these karmics? What messages do you have about these people tying into high-level demons, not being able to pay the piper? It says, I regret this. Damn. And it says definitely going to jail. I'm telling you, some of these karmics are going to get caught up with spiritual jail or real jail playing with this. You're going to see something crazy happen. Some of these people that are initiating people, or some of these ritualists, you're going to see them go to prison. Something's going to come out with ayahuasca ceremonies or them killing somebody with magic. You're going to see something blow up in their face. Ancestors, Most High God, what messages do you have, please? Exactly. They're on the run in the spiritual realm. They're on the run in the physical realm. I told you some of these karmics that they went to go play with these covens, they're on the run now because they brought some bullshit to the coven or they activated something. The whole coven dispersed. I'm telling you, I feel like there's a whole coven of bitches that are going to either die or get sick or something's going to end up happening. I'm hearing something about Graves' disease, lupus, liver disease, or some shit like that. Playing with spell work. What messages do you have, ancestors, Most High God? For these karmics that are cloud chasing with black magic, trying to tie themselves into demons and initiates and rituals to defeat us. Housing situation. I told you some of these karmics went so far. They really thought that the demon was going to bring them more money, or they were going to be successful, or they were going to get this, or they were going to get that. They can't even pay their rent. Some of these karmics are going to be out in the street with everything that they have because of the game that they were playing. How they were using money to. But that's how the ancestors wanted it to happen. No, let them keep on paying for that shit. Let them keep on doing it. Because eventually they're going to end up with nothing and they're going to be out in the cold. I'm telling you, you're going to find out that some of these karmics are homeless or they're on the run or they've been kicked out of wherever they live because maybe even some of them, they have roommates or housemates and they've been bringing black magic to their home or some shit like that. I'm telling you, watch. Some of these karmics too, they live by graveyards. This is what the graveyard magic, they live by graveyards. And remember, when you play with hell or dark magic and you call on the devil, and you live by your graveyard, you're calling all those low vibrational spirits that are in the graveyard to your house, in front of your mama's house. We yakking. That's some keep the sneak. Yeah. These demons are like in front of your mama's house. These demons are in front of this karmic's house. They're at the karmic's house as we speak, playing with graveyard dirt and all that type of shit. And they live by graveyards or something like that. And some of these karmics, they want to move. They're trapped. They can't go anywhere. There's 888 people in the chat. As I said that. They can't go anywhere. They're stuck where they are because of the shit that they were playing with. And that's how the ancestors are having it. That's why you got the housing situation on the run. Some of them want to leave. Some of them want to move. And it's not possible. Some of these karmics have been trying to send shit to you. And it's not happening. It goes right back to sender. What messages do you have? It says trapped. Oh, sorry. No, yeah, trapped. Look it. It says trapped right here. They're stuck. Some of these karmics are stuck. They have to pay off all this money that they paid for the ritual. They're paying. It's on layaway. They did the ritual on layaway. Well, I'll make monthly payments. Sorry, we don't accept Afterpay, Affirm, or Klarna here. That's what the devil said. That's what the demon said. We don't accept layaway. I want my ritual now. I want my sacrifice now, and they can't pay. So you're gonna turn into the sacrifice. How about that? It says Aquarius energy. I'm telling you, that full moon was not to be played with. And then it says here, jealous of my own children. I'm telling you, these karmic mothers or these karmic siblings or something like that, you're going to see something crazy happen with these hoes. Playing with black magic, trying to sacrifice you, or playing with your energy with their coven or something like that. You're going to see some shit happen. Man, this is crazy, bruh. I'm telling you, this is crazy. Some of these karmics, I'm telling you, they know that they're about to get sacrificed, or that they have to pay the Pied Piper, or that they lied to the practitioner. Now they're trying to run away. You see, some of these things, though, the person has to be, I'm not saying that it's their job to bring justice. It's not, because some of these people, they're dark magicians. Like, who the fuck are you to try to bring justice to a divine, trying to bring justice or something like that, when you are out there causing hella problems and doing low vibrational shit and your ancestors are trash, right? But for some of these works that need to be done, or some of these rituals and sacrifices, the person actually has to be foul. They actually have to be a liar, or it has to be like something actually had to happen to you, or whatever you lied about or said, it actually has to be true. Like when these karmics go separate you from your real twin or your real person or something like that, or when the feelings were actually real, they have to lie and say, oh, she's a homewrecker, or she's this and this or that. And that's why it doesn't work. That's why you always see the masculine end up coming back, right? Or it ends up blowing up with the karmic. It's like something has to be true for it to work. And some of these practitioners are finding out that it was a lie, or some of these karmics are finding out that, fuck, I shouldn't have lied like that. Whatever they told was so egregious. Now it's backfiring in their face. Good. That's why it says caught in a lie. Yeah. Some of these lies are going to get them killed. I'm telling you right now. Delusional. Yeah. Yeah. Because they were they got activated with Kundalini syndrome or Jerusalem syndrome when they saw your energy or your power. So they had to conjure up something so crazy in their fucking mind, because only somebody that's sick or delusional could do some shit like this, you guys. That's why they're getting karma now. It's like, okay, well, you thought that was going to work, but you were under the influence. I'm telling you, these karmics were doing shit when they were under the influence of psychosis or actual drugs. Ooh, baby. Man, I'm telling you, you guys. I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you, these bitches do not have the keys to the streets. I'm telling you. Let me get y'all some, we'll just end off with a message. Here, let's get this right here. You are wholly protected. What messages do you have, please? For the collective? Hey, Rupinder. Wahaguruji. Wahaguruji. I'm sending you all love. Hi, Tigata. I'm sending you love. Marcel Jones, I'm sending you love. Divine Alpha Male, I'm sending you love. Z Ford, I'm sending you love. Doris, I'm sending you so much love. Siamese Goddess, I'm sending you love. Roger, I'm sending you love. Paula, I'm sending you love. Kimmy the G's, I'm sending you love. Anita, I'm sending you love. Ashley Hawkins, I'm sending you love. Francis Hardy, I'm sending you love. Marie Louise, I'm sending you love. It's okay, Rupinder. You don't got to donate to me. I love you guys anyways. Tango, I'm sending you love. Virtue Ethics, I'm sending you love. Urban Rush, I'm sending you guys so much love. John Diamond, I'm sending you guys so much love. Bougie Baby TV, I'm sending you love. So let's see what messages we have. I just feel like you guys needed that right now, because maybe some of you guys are dealing with some of this hard stuff, and it's going to be okay. Stephanie Neal, I'm sending you love. Sophia Pennington, I'm sending you love. Kritika, I'm sending you so much love. Empress Ruby, sending you love. Green Goddess, I'm sending you love. Annie, I'm sending you love. I'm sending you all so much love. I love you guys so much. We're going to be okay. Our ancestors are protecting us from all these hoes. I'm telling you, man, you are wearing these bitches out. I'm telling you, you are wearing these hoes out spiritually. That's what that's why they're doing this shit, because they can't stand it. The karma is hitting, and number reversals is too. Keep doing your work. Return to sender, bitch. Fuck you. Excuse my language. What messages do you have, please? They're tying themselves to demons and entities to defeat us, but we protected. Don't bring that shit over here, bitch. Don't play with me. Go play with your pussy. Don't play with me. Go play with those demons. It says power over 7 scorpions. Oh, shut up. You guys remember this power over 7 scorpions? The power to oh gosh, let's keep on going. It says you are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. Exactly. It's not in your will to be a part of this bullshit. It's not anywhere in your Cashapp records to be sacrificed or any of that. These bitches are stupid as fuck. It says you are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with effect. I call on the power, me, Arjuna, Dumebi Ozim, I call on the power of the 7 scorpion to cast out any and all demons and entities placed upon divine individuals who have life's mission and who did not do anything to any of these low vibrational, jealous, hating ass karmics. I call on the power of the 7 scorpion to defeat, destroy, and put to death any on all dark magicians, dark witches, incubuses and succubuses and energy vampires attempting to stop the will of the divine beings. I call on you now. I call on the highest of the high, Mother and Father God. I call on all of our ascended masters, Malcolm X, Nipsey, Frida, Kalima, wow! To defeat these karmics, we call on Ma'at, we call on Sekhmet, we call on Anubis, we call on Ma'at, we call on Sekhmet, we call on Anubis to destroy these karmics and cast them out. All right, there we go, you guys. This is not a game. There you go. You got the power over 7 scorpions. You're protected. You see that child right there? As a child, you were protected. You see that angel right there? These comics don't know what type of, man. Okay. I'm sending you out so much love. We're protected. We shielded over here. Let these hoes kill themselves, literally. Just sit back and watch. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, oh, shit. You're going to hear the news. You're going to be like, damn, that was tragic. And you're going to be sipping your tea and eating your fucking popcorn, period. All right, y'all. That's what I have for you. Sending you so much love. Bye.